Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I thought I would film something a little bit different. If you've been following me for a bit, you know that we've been taking care of a very sick kitten who we adopted last summer and then got very sick in the fall. And we were treating her for that condition, and then we thought we were good to go in January, and then she relapsed. And so we've restarted treatment a second round. So today what I thought I would share with you all is how I've been keeping track of all of her treatment, because we do a lot of it. It's a lot of pills and at-home treatment. So with the first round of treatment, I just kind of kept a log of it in this little old notebook that I have. I actually have to start a new one for her because I've been writing things in it for like 6 months now, but just kind of penciling in time and amount of whatever medication. First round of treatment was pretty simple, although it was a steep learning curve to learn how to give my kitten pills, let me tell you. But it was fairly simple compared to what we have to deal with now. She was just getting one pill every 12 hours, so 2 pills a day. And then once a week, she would get a liquid syringe of another medication to support that treatment. So this time around, however, she was having neurological problems, so there was just a lot more medication involved. Those 2 pills a day still stood, though that 1 week, once a week syringe still was part of it, but then we were adding supportive medications to prevent seizures and to kind of boost her response to the medication with the steroid. And then at the very beginning of this retreatment, we were also putting her on, what is it called? An appetite stimulant and then an anti-nausea medication for the first couple weeks, just to keep her healthy, to keep her eating and those types of things. So we're slowly tapering off some of those meds at this point, which is good, weaning her off of them. But it's been a lot to keep track of. So anyway, this is a print impression, hardbound, or softbound, I guess, V6 planner. It's undated, doesn't have anything in it. I got this during their liquidation sale, and I didn't know what I was going to use it for. And then once we started retreatment, I'm like, I have an idea. I'm going to use this to kind of record in a prettier fashion all of the things that I'm doing. So I have not used any of the monthly views here, so we're going to flip right to the weekly pages. So like I mentioned, I am on a daily basis keeping track of her meds with just pencil and paper in a little notebook. This is where I'm just playing around with leftover stickers, whatever I have left over from kits, and printing some photos and keeping track of things here. So I have been redating, or not redating, but dating this from Thursday to Wednesday because we restarted treatment on a Thursday. So it just makes sense to start the week on the day that the treatment restarted. So we restarted on February 22nd of this year. And as you can see, there's a lot going on here. So like, we started the anti-seizure medication, we restarted her antiviral, we started the appetite stimulant, which was a transdermal ointment that we put in her ear. We started a steroid, and then the next day was adding everything, including the immunostimulant. And I also just add a lot of notes in here about how she's doing, like eating wise, and whether or not she'll try new foods or not. This week was really rough because she was refusing her old food, and we were trying to figure out a new food that she would eat. So I've also been adding photos, like I mentioned. So these photos were actually from those 2 days. And then I started an anti-nausea medication with her because she just seemed really unhappy, but she did seem more alert this week. My husband unfortunately got bitten by her when we went to give her one of her liquid medications because she really doesn't enjoy that. We did start using one of those like grooming bags to restrain her a little more safely so that she wouldn't just flail everywhere, and that's been working okay. She still fights us a lot, but she needs her medication. And I've also been keeping track of her weight. This was like the lowest her weight got in recent memories, so that was scary. So these are leftovers from a kit by Cinderella Paper. Basically, I'm looking in my leftovers collection for anything that I've used most of the kit, but I still have date covers and maybe 1 or 2 full boxes. So that's the same for this week as well. So February 29th through March 6th, she started eating more, which was really good. And she seemed to be improving a little bit as far as her legs and being steady on her feet and playing. So that was all really nice to see. Then she jumped on the couch and was playing. And this is a photo of her when I was filling out my ballot. And she did start gaining a little bit of weight this week. So that was good to see. And I think we stopped giving her the anti-nausea medication this week. So that's also from Cinderella Paper, as is this one. I have a lot of Cinderella Paper kits, if you could not tell. This week we stopped the appetite stimulant because it had been like 2 weeks, I think, and she was eating at this point, so we didn't need to give that to her anymore. She was walking a little bit more normally. This is a photo of both my cats sitting in front of the front door. She started using her scratching post. She gained a lot of weight between this point and this point, like ½ pound. We're still having some incontinence issues though. I think we have left those behind at this point, which is a relief because obviously that's not pleasant. So that was March 7th through the 13th. This is March 14th through 20th. She was 11 months old here. There's a photo of her. I think that's from the 14th. These are just leftover stickers I happen to have. I think some are from Cinderella Paper, some are from Spork City, I think. She escaped her room while we were at dinner and broke one of her toys. She was getting into lots of trouble this week. We started giving her a kicker toy more often, or like throwing at her way more often, because she was very rambunctious. She was still gaining weight, which is good. And then we had to fly back to the doctor to check in. If you're new here, the only way to get treatment for what my kitten has is through research, or the only like legitimate way to get it. So we have had to fly to another state to get that because we don't have an avenue for that here. There's no way to get it just from your regular vet, unfortunately. So then we met with the doctor here and they increased her dosage a little bit on March 21st. Let's see, we went home. And nothing remarkable here. We did start her on psyllium, which is just like fiber, because I'm having a little bit of an upset stomach. Still gaining weight. I'm gonna put a photo here eventually. I just have not. I print my photos by creating like an 8x8 grid on a piece of 4x6 papers. A singular paper. And so if I don't have 8 photos to print yet, I don't print. I used to use an HP Sprocket, but the quality is not that great, and we have an Epson photo printer right now that works a lot better. So, plus I don't really have space on my phone for the HP Sprocket app, so I've been printing from my computer, and the quality is really good. This is a photo of my brother meeting Clover. So I feel like a photo will fit really nicely right there. She had the zoomies this week. And other than that, nothing too crazy to note. So yeah, I'll add a photo here. I'll also probably add a photo to this week as well. This is another Cinderella Paper kit, as was this one. I didn't have the date covers left over for this one, so I just pulled in some blank ones that I had, or some, I don't know, random ones that I had. She was reacting to catnip this week, which was funny to see. And she curled up next to me on the couch. And nothing really else to notice here, just more zoomies. She's been a little crazy lately, which is really good to see, quite frankly, from a 1-year-old cat. So yeah, I still have a few more weeks to go. As of my filming, I have about 4 weeks more of treatment to go with her. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So really this is the halfway point because it is a 12-week treatment. So I'm behind on this, but I am kind of treating this as like my sticker therapy. You know, when I am in the mood to put down stickers just for myself and not filming it or anything, this is where I will go. And yeah, I still have a couple more weeks to catch up with, but that's where we're at right now. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that because it's related to stickers and planning and something really big and important happening in my life. So that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, although I think it's pretty straightforward, and I will talk to you next time.